Okay, good. Okay. Hey, Bella, how are you today?
Hello, Sean. I'm good. I'm fine. I'm doing great.
Excellent. Good to hear. Okay, so Bella, today we're going to do this IELTS speaking test, mock IELTS speaking test. Okay, so the advice that I give you is to use as many academic words as possible, idioms if possible, conditionals like if and all that sort of stuff, phrasal verbs, passive tenses, and causatives, have and got if possible. Okay, have and get. Okay, so how are you today anyway, Bella? You good?
Yes, I'm good.
Excellent. Okay, well, okay, excellent. Okay, so let's have a go at some of these questions. Now, I've already given this to you already, but I've written some notes down the bottom, some words. If it helps you to use them in your answers, great. If not, they're ideas that you can use anyway. Okay, so this is part one. Okay. So are your friends mostly your age or different ages, Bella, and why?
Most of my friends, we have different age. Some of my friends are my colleagues, and also, yes, we have different age, but we are when we are together, we have a good or harmonious relationship with each other.
Okay, very good. Okay, so do you usually see your friends during the week or at the weekends, and why?
Most of the time, we will see my friends at weekend, where we have some bonding times with them. So we'll go to mall or some other places.
Okay, good. And the last time you saw your friends, what did you do together?
Actually, last time we have get together with my friends is we attend a burial of a friend. And yeah, we attend a burial and a mass.
Okay, very good. And what, so tell me more about the mass. What did you do?
We hear the mass about a friend who left. He died because he is depressed. He got suicide, and her family were in mourning, and me myself is so sad about the happenings because I can't believe he did those things. So we're very sad for the loss of my friend.
Okay, yeah, that's not very nice at all. Not very nice at all. Okay, just be careful with the verbs with got. Okay. So use the past tense, but that's good. Okay, so let's go on to the next question. So, in what ways are your friends important to you?
My friends are very important to me in terms of they support me in every. They support me in my decision, and also they give me motivation every time I'm down, and also they are always there for me to cheer me up in times of down or I'm in bad position.
Okay, well done. Okay, good. Okay. So let's go on to part two. Okay, this is when you have to give a 2-minute speech. Okay, so you have time to think. So I don't know if you want to write down some notes. Okay, so I've written down some notes of the Sydney Harbour, because that's obviously where I live. I live in Australia. But you think of a historic place and try to describe the historic place as much as possible. Okay, and then obviously you need to answer these questions as well. Okay, so think about it. I don't know if you want to write any notes down. I'll give yourself a minute or so. Well, actually, in the test, you have a minute, but we're not doing a test now. So how do you feel, Bella?
I feel nervous.
Okay, that's all right. Don't worry. It's all good.
Okay, I'll start.
Yeah. Okay, tell me.
Okay,
please.
So describe an historic place. So I should say Basilica del Santo Niño. It is located, it is a church or it is a shrine where people go to pray, ask guidance, and it is located at Cebu City. So you can see if you will go there, you can see a Santo Niño. It is replica of a saint, and this place is very interesting because many people go there to pray for their safety, ask ask guidance, and also many people pray and um, offer their prayers to him. Santo Niño is a saint or that Spaniards brought here in the Philippines to evangelize the um, Roman Catholic religion.
Very good, very good. So what else can you see there? What else can you see? Tell me, describe the place. Is it white?
Okay.
Is it blue? Is it pink? Is it orange?
Okay.
Okay.
So if you will go to Basilica de Santo Niño, you will see a quadrangle where is an open field, and you will also see the oldest church. So inside the church, there are a lot of saints. There are a lot of people go there, and also inside the church or inside the basilica there is a school for elementary, and also inside the basilica is there's a place where you can confess, and also it's managed by a priest, and also there is a nun, bishop, and many servants of the church.
Okay, yeah, good, excellent. It's good. So my advice to you on this one is just to make sure you expand a little bit more, and maybe also explain why it's interesting. So you could, as you explained it, I would say it's interesting because it's very unique. It's a place where you go, you can pray, you can ask for safety guidance from the saint, but it's also interesting because there's a school there. You can see school children, and I imagine they're all doing different things. So yeah, so you can do that. Okay, good. All right, so let's go to part 3. Now this is when you need to sort of expand your thinking a little bit. So you have to tell us a little bit more than just simple yes or no answers. So these are more like open questions. So here we go. You ready? Okay, so how do people in your country feel about protecting historical buildings?
So the people here are very preserved, or something like we are love to protect the historic buildings. Like for instance, we have here a church who was destroyed by 7.2 magnitude earthquake last 2013. So the people were looking for funds to raise again the church, and luckily we are so happy because that church is funded by the National Museum here in the Philippines. So we really value historic buildings here because it is one of the aside from attraction, most people go there um, to to visit and also to value the historic buildings.
Okay, very good. Okay, so do you think an area can benefit from having an interesting historic place locally? And if so, in what way?
Yes. I think the area we have here in the Philippines is the Chocolate Hills. It is a place or a nature where people love to see the many thousand hills, and also by that the economic or the people are surrounded by those chocolate hills get fund or raise some funds, so their income will they will gain income because of the tourists that go there. And yes, so yeah, many foreigners and locals go there. So through tourists or locals, they will get fund from I'm so sorry, I feel nervous,
No, that's all right. That's all right. So the locals will earn money or earn a living
Yes,
through people visiting these hills, and
yes, because
for them that gives them a really good livelihood. No, that's good. Excellent. Well
yes.
done. Okay. So what do you think will happen to historic places or buildings in the future, and why?
So I think that historic places or buildings in the future will preserve, and because we should teach those people or the young generation to protect the buildings, because this is the on the um
Yeah,
we should,
your culture, your history.
yes, we should preserve the culture, the histories of this, because it serves as the remembrance of our dear ancestors. So we should take good care of this.
Okay, very good. Okay. Okay. All right. So let's go into so this is the last topic. Okay. So we'll just get it back on the screen properly. Okay. So it's about teaching history at school. So how were you taught history when you were at school?
So when I was in school, so I thought the history and through reading books, through materials provided, or we just only watching TV clips. And also, aside from that, we also have a, a project or something like an activity that we should cut pictures of something, different places or different historic places, and put it in a bond paper or something. And from that, we get equipped about the historic place or something historic events. So yes, and also our teacher is good in teaching, so we are really equipped and eligible enough to learn about history.
Okay, good. Okay. So are there any other ways people can learn about history apart from at school? And if so,
Uh,
how?
yes, there is a way. So aside from the four corners of the classroom, um, we have this tour, or we will go other places and explore the real, not on the book, but the real scenario or the real place where we can find this monument or something like the hero, the historic places. So through exploration or something tour, another term, um, go other places and yeah, explore the place aside from seeing it in the textbook.
Okay. So actually visiting the place where you,
Yeah,
yeah.
visiting
So
the
actually
place.
visiting the place. Yeah. So you can go on holiday and you can travel to, I don't know, let's just say Thailand or Italy or something and actually see the historic
Yes.
places. Yep. Okay, good. Okay, well, let's do the last question here. So do you think history will still be a school subject in the future? And if yes, why?
I think that yes, it would be still very important that history will be a subject in the future, because we can look back on what are the happenings before, and also we can preserve those things, and we should also um we should also thankful for all the people who preserve those historic events. I'm so sorry. Oh, I repeat. We should,
That's all right.
yes, it is important to include the history subject in the future, because we should know the importance of,
Historical events.
yes, historical events, and also it is part of our culture, so we must know it, and because that's what we came from, so we should look forward of it. I'm so
Okay.
sorry. I feel nervous.
No, that's okay. It's okay. So it's good. So yes, you can say that it's very important for us to know our history. So you're in the Philippines, so your historical and me for Australia, who discovered Australia or who did this and who was the government or the prime minister or something. So yes, so to learn about our history so that we understand where we've come from and hopefully where we're going. So yeah, good, excellent, well done. So Bella, you did very well. Okay. So obviously, from my advice is just sometimes you got the grammar just a little bit mixed up, but that wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
And then obviously, eventually, if we can add a little bit more academic vocabulary and maybe some idioms and conditionals and all those other things there. But you did very well. So well done. Excellent. Okay.
Thank you.
So how do you feel you went?
Pardon?
How did you feel? How did you go? How do you feel? How do
Actually,
you
I feel
feel?
nervous. I feel because of my grammar and ramble.
No,
So
you did.
sorry.
You did very well. You did very well.